Rain pours down, the wind unforgivingly slapping the heavy drops into her face. She stares up into the sky, studying the dreary clouds with all her mind, trying to memorize every detail of her beautiful, living earth before she willingly leaves it forever. Tears stream across her cheeks, mimicking the downpour from above. This is the most grief and emotion she's displayed since committing to the idea, and her outpouring of anguish is no longer from fear of her own fate, but for that of her family and friends. What do you say to those who have given everything to you, only to watch you give it all up? How could she explain that this was the only way for her to end the pain and sadness that had plagued her for as long as she could remember, that this was her only choice? Sadly, the scene just described is a reality for a growing number of people. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death for those ages 10 to 24. An average of 5,400 suicidal attempts are taken by people from 7th to 12th grade each day. And why? What has gone wrong in such a progressive, enlightened world that would cause this tragic statistic? Perhaps it's the way our society steadily demands perfection. Almost all adolescents have heard the age-old adage, just be yourself. But how do we expect such a simple saying to hold true when the television constantly displays advertisements with picture-perfect actors, reminding them of everything they still need materialistically and physically in order to be seen as acceptable? As stress piles up from homework, extracurriculars, college applications, peer pressure, rankings, standardized testing, it's easy for high school to transform into a rat race, just one big competition, and it's even easier for students to fall out of the race, discouraged and dismal, left only with the bitter taste of failure and regret. And because all of the world is caught up with similar tribulations, those struggling to keep up are often overlooked, written off as just going through a phase, causing key warning signs to go unnoticed. We can't expect people to accept themselves exactly the way they are when our society still refuses to. Until our nation can truly provide equal treatment to peoples of all genders, races, sexual orientations, socioeconomic backgrounds, and cultures, I certainly won't be holding my breath for any sign of an end to the silent epidemic of suicide we are suffering from. She's calling out, screaming, begging, but to no avail. No one can hear her silent cries for help, and thus her mind is made up. Goodbye, she whispers into the quiet as she breathes her last breath, and with that, she is gone forever.